And we are back. Welcome to my final predictions video of the Summer International Tournament. Obviously, we will have reaction videos coming up for you over the next few days, team of the tournament videos, etc, etc. But another massive thank you for all the support you have shown both this series and my Euros prediction series over the course of the last 4 weeks. You can check out my prediction for the Euro final, available with the video on the top of your screen right now. But again, before we get into it, like I say, a massive thank you for all the support you've given. And before we get into today's prediction, let's have a quick chat about that bronze medal match last night, because that was a better game than it had any right to be. It was the longest highlights video I'd seen so far for this tournament as well. So clearly both sides went for it, and in true fairy tale fashion, it was Luis Suarez on his last game for Uruguay that ended up being the decisive factor, getting that goal just 2 minutes before the full-time whistle, albeit slightly controversial that there was a full-blown VAR offside check and this, that and the other, and the referee still blew his whistle bang on 5 minutes of added time, which were initially indicated, whereas it probably should have gone on at least another 2 minutes after that. But it is what it is. It went to penalties, and wouldn't you know it, Luis Suarez scoring the final kick for Uruguay before Alphonso Davies did his best Lionel Messi impression and Panenkaed it onto the crossbar, which ended Canada's chances of getting a bronze medal. But a brilliant game, 2-2, some great goals in it as well, and lots of chances, so which is exactly what you want to see from a game like that. A game which most people probably wouldn't consider that important, but fair play to Canada and Uruguay for putting on a real show for the people who did watch that game last night. But like I say, we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about the gold medal and the silver medal, because it is time for the Copa America final. So before we get into it, if you haven't done so already, please do consider dropping a like on this video and subscribing to the channel if you're new around here, because we've got more predictions coming up for you in the coming weeks, including all of the men's and women's Olympic football predictions. And then, of course, the return of Premier League predictions, Champions League predictions, FA Cup, Carabao Cup, starting off with the Charity Shield prediction in a few weeks' time as well. So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out on any of that coming up for you in the next few weeks. And without any further ado, here we go. The Copa America final. Argentina against Colombia. The two sides that are just so long unbeaten, it's unbelievable. Argentina unbeaten in their last 10 games in all competitions, including winning 4 out of 5 in this competition, with 1 draw going to penalties. Colombia unbeaten in their last 27 matches, including 4 wins and 1 draw in this competition. Obviously, their draw being in the group stages, so it wasn't needed to be sorted by penalties. There is nothing to split between these two sides so far in this competition, other than like general on-field appearance from what I've seen from the highlights so far. So the only thing left to look at is the head-to-head record. And the last time that these two sides met was February 1st, 2022, when Argentina won 1-0, and that was the last game that Colombia lost. That 27-game unbeaten run started off the back of the last time these two sides met. It couldn't be any more poetic than that going into this final. And look, this has been a tale of two legends. Lionel Messi in what's probably going to be his last tournament in the Copa America for Argentina, and James Rodriguez, a real renaissance for him in this tournament. He's going to win Player of the Tournament, whatever happens in this final today. I'm pretty sure of that, unless there's some more messy tomfoolery like they tend to do at some of these tournaments. But for me, James Rodriguez has to be Player of the Tournament, whatever happens tonight. And the question is, which one of those two legends is going to come out on top in this final? And like I said, I've reviewed the highlights of the other matches so far, and from what I've seen, it's Argentina that have struggled more in the big games. It really is. Colombia have to take real credit for the way that they performed in that semi-final, especially considering that they were down to 10 men for the vast majority of that second half. So I'm going to go with who I believe deserves to win this Copa America, possibly more than who I think is more likely to, and that is Colombia. I'm going to go for 2-1 to them. I really think they deserve it. They played some fantastic stuff. And like I say, I think Argentina have struggled more in this competition than Colombia have. And I think if they play the way they've played so far in this tournament, they've seen off Brazil, they've seen off Uruguay, All that's left is Argentina, and I think they're going to do it. I think Argentina are going to need to produce a performance that they have not really hit that sort of performance level. Again, look at the game against Canada. So many chances conceded. They concede that many chances against Colombia tonight. Colombia are going to take those chances and Colombia are going to win the game. But that's just the way I see it. I think Colombia are going to come out on top. But it's going to be a really fascinating game. It's going to be a tight game. But I'm going to go for the Colombians to take it. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Thank you very, very much once again for all the support you've given this series over the last few weeks. And like I said, full wrap-up video coming either tomorrow or on Tuesday for my final thoughts on this Copa America and, of course, the Euros as well. A final thank you very much for watching once again. I'll see you very soon.